All right, so we're now on to problem 3. There's the equation. It's creating sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So we compute the molar masses from the periodic table. Sodium, it's just a single sodium for 1 mole. It's 22.99 grams. Don't get confused by this. You don't multiply it by 2. That's for any moles to moles conversions in the equation during the calculation. A molar mass is always 1 mole. So 1 mole of sodium is 22.99 grams. H2O we've done, it's 18.02 grams. NaOH, you have to add 1 Na, 1 O, 1 H, and that comes out to be exactly 40. And then for hydrogen, it's 2 times 1.01 is 2.02. We've done that. So there they are. Okay, so we get started with this. So how many moles of H2O, so there's the unit of measure and the substance, are needed to produce 4 moles of NaOH. So this is going to be a moles to moles. Okay, so we come up to our graphic organizer. Moles of H2O is right there, and it's how many, so question mark. It's required to produce 4 moles of NaOH, so the 4 goes there. And so you're simply moving from here to there. Okay, 1 conversion, 1 box. Okay, so there's your equivalency right there. Just put an equal sign between them. So just add the word moles. So 2 moles of H2O. Okay, so which one goes in the box there? You need moles of NaOH to cancel out. So that would be moles of NaOH down on the bottom and moles of H2O to appear in the final answer. So it's on the top, so it's this one over here. Moles of NaOH cancels moles of NaOH. And there, that's the unit of your answer. So it's 4 times 2 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. Okay. So 4 moles of NaOH from 4 moles of H2O. So you see up here, it's a 1-to-1 relationship. If the number's the same, you still call it a 1-to-1 relationship. There's 1 mole of this for every 1 mole of this. There's 2 moles of this for every 2 moles of this, okay? So it's still called a 1-to-1 relationship. So you're going to end up with an equal number of moles of NaOH, equal number of moles of H2O. Okay? All right. B, you will solve yourself. Okay, there's the answer to B. So you do the work on that. Again, it's all about setting it up properly, not coming up with the right answer, but the answer will allow you to know whether you did that correctly. Of course, the way you can always know is do the units cancel so that what you're left with at the end in the final unit is what you want for your answer. So that's the other way to do it without even doing the calculation. Okay, let's go on to C, and it is a grams to grams problem. So how many grams H2O are required to produce 3.32 grams of NaOH? So we come back here. So it's asking grams of H2O, so we're going to clean this up first. So grams of H2O is H2O and in the grams row, so it's how many of that. And it wants to know to produce 3.32 grams of NaOH. So here's NaOH, here's grams, so that's going to be 3.32. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that down here. Okay, so there we have what we're beginning with, what we're ending with. So you can see this is a 3 conversion problem. We have to go through molar mass of NaOH to get to moles of NaOH. Moles of NaOH over to moles of H2O. We did that one already. And then moles of H2O coming down through the molar mass here for water to get grams of water. Okay, so 3 conversions. So we're going to draw 3 boxes down here. Okay, there's the 3 boxes there. Okay, so our first conversion is the molar mass. That is our equivalency. I'll write it down here anyway. It's 1 mole of NaOH equals 40 grams of NaOH. Okay, so one of these 2 is going to go in this box. Which one is it? You got grams up here that has to cancel. Grams of NaOH has to cancel. That means it has to be down there, so you're going to pick this one. Grams of NaOH cancels there and cancels there. Okay, let's see, a little tight on space here, so I'm going to just show you that the conversion is going to be between these 2. We just did that one already up here. So I'm going to just write the 2 conversion factors. Okay, so again, converting. These two are equal, so one over the other, just add the word moles. Okay, so which one goes on? Which one goes on top? Which one goes on bottom? You need moles of NaOH to cancel because it's not in the final answer. So this one has moles of NaOH on the bottom. That's what you want. Okay, so moles of NaOH cancels with moles of NaOH. So now you're sitting in the moles of H2O box, so that's right here. You just move from here to here, moles of H2O. Now you need to get out to your final answer, grams of H2O, so you use the molar mass. So there's the equivalency right there. So we're going to just write that as 2 conversion factors. Okay, so one of these 2 conversion factors is going to go there. Which one is it going to be? Yeah, you have to have moles of H2O on the bottom and grams of H2O on the top, so it's going to be the second one here. Moles of H2O cancels there and there. Last man standing is grams of H2O. So now you go ahead and run the numbers. So everything on top, 3.32 times 1 times 2 times 18.02 divided by everything on the bottom, so that's divided by 40, divided by 2, divided by 1, and that gives you 1.50, I'll call it. Not paying attention to significant figures here. So that is your answer. Okay, letter D is boldface. That's for you to do. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer here, and you set it up. And I'll just leave it at that. So that's going to be moles of Na. And that's the answer to D, part D. Okay, so you do that one. All right, we'll go on to part E. And this is a grams to moles. So grams of H2, so we're going to come way over here. And 5.67 moles of H2O. Come over here. Okay, we go to our organizer. So 5.67, here's H2O and its moles, so it's 5.67 there. And we want to get to grams of H2. Here's H2, here's grams. That's our question mark. That's what we're trying to find. So it's a 2-step problem. Step 1, convert from moles to moles of H2. Step 2, use molar mass of H2 to get the number of grams of H2. So that's a 2-step problem. All right, so we're going to draw 2 boxes. Okay, so our first conversion is to get from moles of H2O to moles of H2. So there's the relationship, 2 H2O for every 1 H2. Okay, there are your 2 conversion factors. Which one goes in the first box? You got to get moles of H2O to cancel, so moles of H2O on the bottom there is going to do that. Okay, so moles of H2O cancels, so you're sitting in moles of H2 box right there. So you went from here to there. You're sitting in this box. Now you need to come out using the molar mass conversion. Okay, so there's 2 conversion factors. One of them goes there. Which one? And I made a mistake here. I wrote H2O. It should have been H2. There's no H2O involved in this, so scratch that. It's just H2. All right, so which one of these 2 goes into that box? You need moles of H2 to cancel out, so you need moles of H2 on the bottom. So it's going to be this one. Grams of H2 on the top to appear in your final answer. Okay, so moles of H2 cancels, and grams of H2 is your final unit right there. So we're going to multiply everything on top, 5.67 times 1 times 2.02 divided by 2 divided by 1, and that's going to equal 5.73. And there's the answer for that. Okay, and here we go. Last part of problem 3. So it's looking for moles of NaOH. So we're going to go ahead and write this over here. We're starting off with 6.8 grams of water. So we're starting off here with grams of water, 6.8. And we're looking for moles of NaOH. That's where the question mark goes. Okay, so it's a two-step process. We go from grams to moles of H2O using the molar mass translator to get us into the equation, and then sideways from moles of H2O to moles of NaOH to get our final answer. So it's a two-step procedure here. So we're going to put two boxes in. Okay, first conversion is the molar mass right there. So 1 mole H2O equals 18.02 grams of H2O. So I'm just going to skip that part, writing that part, and just go straight to the conversions. Okay, so which one goes in the box there? You need grams of H2O to cancel out, so it's going to be the first one, this one. Okay, so grams of H2O cancels with grams of H2O. You have moles of H2O now. So we move from here to here. We're sitting in this box right here. Now we need to move over from here to here. There's the equivalency right there. Just put an equal sign between them. So now we're going to turn that into two conversion factors. Okay, there they are. One of them goes here. Which one of these goes there? Well, we need moles of H2O on the bottom here to make that cancel, and we need moles of NaOH on the top to appear in our final answer. So it's going to be this one. Okay, moles of H2O cancels and cancels. Last man standing is moles of NaOH. So it's 6.8 times 1 times 2 divided by 18.02 divided by 2. And that's going to give you 0.37, just call it 38, 0.38. There it is. That's your final answer for that. Okay, so hopefully, I'm hoping at this point, these are really becoming natural. What I'd like you to try to do on the fourth problem, but you can fall back, is I want you to try to do it without using the graphic organizer. Just read the question and see if you know how to set it up. You are going to have to look up at the molar mass conversion, so you have to look at the graphic organizer for that. But see if you can start intuitively putting these equations together, okay? And if you need the graphic organizer, use it, and see if you can do the fourth one like that. But just get it done. That's the important thing, and you're learning these, and eventually you'll be really, really good at them. Okay. So that takes care of that, and I'm going to go ahead and do the fourth problem on a fourth video. Okay, so we'll see you on that one.